Hey nerds, it's Tiri. Welcome back to my show. Topics of today include Warcraft movie trailer debut, sign up for qualifiers for the Arena World Championship at Blizzcon, Blizzard at Gamescom contest, what's new in the Darkmoon Faire for this month, is Hellfire Citadel the last raid of the Warlords expansion, and a new site feature and add-on you can get to greatly improve your World of Warcraft experience. Entertainment Weekly has informed us that we will be seeing a big public revealing of the Warcraft movie trailer coming in San Diego Comic-Con. This unveiling should be happening in Hall A, July 11th on Saturday at Comic-Con during the Legendary panel. Linked in the description is a Legendary signing schedule happening at Comic-Con. Separate times for Alliance and Horde. Signups for the Arena World Championship for BlizzCon 2015 qualifiers are also open now, so take your arena teams, which can now be 4 people, and sign up for these qualifiers. There have been 3 cups announced so far from July 14th through July 18th, July 28th through August 1st, and August 11th through August 15th. Check the link in the description for more information. Leading up to Gamescom, August 5th, 2015, Blizzard Entertainment is doing a social media contest. Each week they ask you something different and you reply with a hashtag. This week they want to see an image or video under 15 seconds depicting what your idea of a good time being a Blizzard gamer is. Attached with the images or videos, you want to hashtag fun and BlizzGC 2015. You want to use both hashtags because the one is for the specific week and the second one is just for the contest itself. You can use Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or Vine. The contest enters you to win digital loot. Check the link in the description to see the prizes and the rules for the contest. Many of you may not know, but in patch 6.2 for World of Warcraft, we were brought the opportunity to bring the Black Market Auction House to our garrisons. Keep your eyes out for the Black Market Journal naval mission in your shipyard, because it just might provide you the opportunity to bring a Black Market Auction House auctioneer into your garrison. I've also linked you a poll conducted by Blizzard. They want to know what we look for when we go to the Black Market Auction House. What we're really looking for, what our heart desires when we go to look at the Black Market Auction House. And my assumption is they would like to improve it and possibly give us more of the things that we desire. World of Warcraft's Darkmoon Faire is back through July 12th for this month, and patch 6.2 has brought us several new items. 3 new pets we can purchase are Blorp, Ghost Shell Crab, and Hogs. This makes 19 total pets you can get just from the Darkmoon Faire. With the new Darkmoon Daggermaw fish, you can create 3 new feasts, provided you get the recipes at the Darkmoon Faire. The Fancy Darkmoon Feast gives anyone who partakes versatility and also dresses them fancily. The Lemon Herb Fillet and Sugar Crusted Fish Feast also give versatility. A few other available items in the Darkmoon Faire now are the Seafarer's Whistle Toy, a new Heirloom Trinket which gives you 50% experience bonus in PvP Battlegrounds, a potion that allows gatherers to gather faster, treasure maps, and don't forget the items like the Top Hat, which give you a 10% bonus to reputation gained. So keep that in mind when you're working on the Tannin reps if you're working on the Pathfinder achievement. Check the link in the description to see all of the new items to the Darkmoon Faire. Recently, Mamytwink conducted an interview with Cory Stockton, somebody I haven't seen in a while, and I truly love watching his interviews. He's very informative, and he truly seems like a great face of Blizzard. He has everyone's interest at heart, he says what he can say, he's very straightforward. He truly seems genuine in that he gives the information that he knows he's allowed to give, and he doesn't really hold back more than he has to. It's a truly informative video, so definitely check the annotation here, but I'm going to go over a few of the things I found most interesting. A lot of people have been asking, is Hellfire Citadel the last raid of the Warlords expansion? The answer is yes, as of now, Hellfire Citadel is planned to be the last raid of the Warlords expansion, but that doesn't necessarily mean there won't be a patch 6.3 with some new content. Nothing crazy, but just something to keep us going, because it takes them a long time and a lot of effort to make expansions. So Hellfire Citadel being the last raid doesn't necessarily mean it's the last of the new content. It's definitely the biggest of the last of the new content. It's a weird sentence, but I enjoyed it. Did you? Another thing Cory mentioned when they were talking about patch 6.2 being the last big patch of Warlords of Draenor was that despite them being down to 2 big patches versus the previous 3 and 4 they've done in the past, they go by the feel of the community and how they're eating things up. So how far we are progressing in raids. They look at the raids, they look at the factions, and they see our progress, and they kind of work at a pace. They try to keep up to our pace so that we're not crazy bored, but we're not overwhelmed, basically. But there's so many people to think about. Let me just say one thing, though. The biggest reason why we waited so long in Mists of Pandaria for a new expansion was because Blizzard was in a situation where they were like, hey, we need to make sure this is right. I know they're waiting and they're out of content right now and a lot of people are bored, so we could just push this buggy ass unfinished shit into the community and hopefully keep some people from unsubbing and then causing some people to unsub. Or we could keep working on it and make sure that it's just right and that it works. Yeah, let's do that one. So I'm never going to be one, and never have been one, to complain about there being a lack of content, because there is nothing worse than being excited about a game and it coming out and you getting it, and even waiting a couple months after launch, and it's buggy, it crashes, you get stuck. I haven't had this experience at all, I promise. So thank you, Blizzard, for not being like blankety blank. I'm not gonna name any names. They also asked Cory, what do you feel about mythic dungeons just being for alts? Do you feel that they're actually viable for a person's main character to gear up for Hellfire Citadel? His answer was, they're going to make some tweaks as they get feedback, but they want the mythic 5-man dungeons to be viable for your main characters to gear up, not just for alts. So we'll see what happens there, but that just goes to show, guys, give them your feedback because they listen. That's why they compromised on the flying thing. That's another thing they talked about in the interview. What changed your mind? A while back you said we weren't going to have flying, and now we have the option to get flying if we do this big long achievement. And he said that was their compromise because they heard us. We were super I wasn't. I didn't give a shit. I don't give a shit about flying in Draenor. I don't. I'm not even racing for the achievement, honestly. I'm just kind of meandering through it. The vast majority of the community was really loud about wanting flying in Warlords of Draenor. So they compromised by making you work your ass off for it, which is exactly what I thought they did. Awesome. Everybody's happy. Baralhan, I don't remember if that's how it was supposed to be pronounced, but it was supposed to be a zone we were going to see in Warlords. They announced it at Blizzcon. Obviously, they didn't put it in the game. They just felt like it didn't quite fit with this expansion, but Cory says it doesn't necessarily mean we will not see it in the future. It's probably kind of nice for them to have some set ideas that they've wanted to do for possible future stuff. Because I'm sure it's not overwhelming at all to try to come up with new content that millions of people enjoy. Again, great interview. Check the annotation to see the whole thing. On to a couple of new things that Wowhead has done to greatly improve your World of Warcraft experience. Wowhead has partnered with Overwolf to add a Wowhead search to the Overwolf client. Overwolf is a client that you can have running while in different games. You can get different add-ons for this client that add different features to your game that you can use without tabbing out. There are tons of streaming apps, game apps, just tons of stuff. I haven't even used Overwolf before. I literally just installed it because of this Wowhead thing, because it looks pretty fantastic, okay? So you get Overwolf, you're in World of Warcraft, something confuses you. Instead of tabbing out, you go over to your Overwolf icon and go Wowhead search, and you can search, and it opens a little search window in your World of Warcraft game. Very convenient. Those of us that play in full screen windowed mode and have a couple of monitors, it may not be necessarily justified, but even though I'm in that situation, I definitely downloaded it to check it out, and I think that there's a lot that Overwolf has to offer, so thank you, Wowhead, for bringing that to light for me. The other thing Wowhead has recently done, they have simplified their guides Their DPS guides were kind of jumbly and mushed together with the different specs and everything. They've actually taken the different specs and made separate guides, so it's a lot easier to read. They have greatly improved and updated their class guides to go along with the different patches and hotfixes we've seen recently. And it is much easier to tell whether an item is an upgrade for you using the wowhead.com/upgrade feature. Lastly, enter to win a Spectral Tiger mount for World of Warcraft. If you comment in the Wowhead post talking about their class guide updates, what spec you're playing in patch 6.2 for World of Warcraft, you will be entered to win this Spectral Tiger mount. Good luck. Well, that is my show for today. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your support. Come back every Wednesday for news and gaming videos in between. I have 3 live streams. One on Monday where I play Final Fantasy XIV at 1:30 p.m. Pacific Time. One on Thursday where I usually play Grand Theft Auto 5 at 1:30 p.m. Pacific Time, depending on the bugginess and or crashing of the game. And on Friday at 7:40 p.m. Pacific Time, I play World of Warcraft and raid with my guild at twitch.tv/Tirinei, so I hope to see you there. But until then, have a great rest of your day. I'll talk to you soon. I love you all. Bye!